In Gospel of Matthew chapter 21 verses 1 to 22, we come to a remarkable turning point. Three profound matters are revealed. 1. The warm welcome of the meek king, mentioned at verses 1 to 11. 2. The cleansing of the temple on verses 12 to 17. And 3. The cursing of the fig tree on verses 18 to 22. This chapter marks the beginning of the Lord's final week on earth. In chapter 16 of the Gospel of Matthew, a crucial shift takes place. Before that chapter, the Lord had visited Jerusalem multiple times. But beginning in chapter 16, he withdrew northward, far from Jerusalem, the religious center of Judaism. From chapter 16 verse 13 to chapter 23 verse 39, Matthew records the pathway of rejection. The Lord moves from Caesarea Philippi in the north, through Galilee, down toward Judea, along the road to Jerusalem, and finally into the city itself. By chapter 21, he reaches Bethphage, at the Mount of Olives, just outside Jerusalem. He did not go there to preach another sermon. He did not go there to perform another miracle. He went there to present himself as the lamb for slaughter. Interestingly, the Lord did not usually arrange for public celebration. He often avoided publicity. He was prepared for rejection, not applause. But here, something is different. He makes deliberate preparations. He tells to disciples, "Go into the village opposite you, and immediately you will find a donkey tied, and a colt with her. Loose them and bring them to me. And if anyone says anything to you, say, 'The Lord has need of them.'" Notice what this reveals. He knew the location, the animals, the owner's response. This is omniscience. This is sovereignty. He demonstrates that he is not a victim walking into Jerusalem. He is the sovereign king who owns all things. The donkey was not borrowed by accident. It already belonged to him in authority. This event fulfilled the prophecy of book of Zechariah chapter 9 verse 9, which says, "Behold, your king is coming to you, meek, and mounted on a donkey." This prophecy had waited centuries for fulfillment. Now it unfolds precisely. The king comes, not in military procession, but in meekness. Why both a donkey and a colt, the mother donkey and her foal were brought together. The other Gospels emphasize the colt, but Matthew mentions both. The imagery is powerful. A conquering king rides a war horse, a victorious general rides in splendor. But this king rides a beast of burden. The presence of the colt intensifies the impression of meekness. It is as if the Lord is intentionally strengthening the picture. I am the king, but I come in humility. He does not come to compete. He does not come to overthrow Rome. He does not come to assert political power. He comes meek. He comes gentle. He comes without outward splendor. The crowd spread garments. They laid branches. They cried, "Hosanna to the Son of David." There was enthusiasm. There was excitement. There was expectation. But they misunderstood the nature of his kingship. They welcomed him as a political deliverer. He came as a sacrificial lamb. Their welcome was warm, but it was shallow. Within days, the same city would cry, "Crucify him." Immediately after entering Jerusalem, he goes to the temple. And what does he do? He overturns tables. He drives out money changers. He declares, "My house shall be called a house of prayer, but you have made it a den of robbers." This was not loss of temper. This was righteous authority. The temple, which should have been the dwelling place of God's presence, had become commercialized, corrupted, and profit-driven. Religion had replaced prayer. Commerce had replaced communion. Outward activity had replaced inward reality. The meek king is gentle toward people, but uncompromising toward corruption. Notice the sequence. First, he presents himself. Second, he cleanses the temple. Before judgment falls outwardly, he exposes inward decay. After cleansing the temple, something beautiful happens. The blind and the lame come to him in the temple, and he heals them. The religious leaders were indignant. Children were praising. The needy were healed. This reveals the true nature of God's dwelling, not commerce, not ritual, but healing, restoration, and praise. The next morning, the Lord sees a fig tree. It has leaves, but no fruit, he says. Let no fruit grow on you ever again. And immediately, the fig tree withers. This act was not about horticulture, it was a sign. In Scripture, the fig tree often represents Israel. Outwardly it has leaves, its appearance has religious activity, but inwardly, in reality it has no fruit. The nation had temple rituals, they had sacrifices, they had scriptures, they had feasts, but they lacked the fruit of righteousness. The Lord was exposing a system full of leaves but empty of life. These three events are deeply connected. First, the king comes in meekness. Second, the temple is cleansed of corruption. And last, the fruitless tree is judged. The welcome shows human enthusiasm. The temple reveals religious corruption. The fig tree exposes spiritual barrenness. The Lord was not impressed by noise. He was not moved by outward display. He was looking for fruit. The question is, do we wave branches? Do we say Hosanna? Do we appear religious? The question is there fruit? Is there reality? Is there prayer? Is there righteousness? Is there genuine submission to the king? The meek king still comes. He still exposes corruption. He still looks for fruit. Outward leaves will not satisfy him. Activity without life will not satisfy him. He desires reality. Matthew 21 is not merely historical narrative, it is revelation. The king presents himself meek, sovereign, prophetic. He cleanses what claims to be God's house. He judges what appears alive but lacks fruit. And all this unfolds in the final week before the cross, the one riding on a donkey, the same one who will hang on a cross. The meek king is the sacrificial lamb, and the question remains, when he comes to us, does he find fruit, or only leaves? This message is based on spiritual materials found at lsm.org. If you found this helpful, please subscribe for more.